Let's set things straight, my guy. Following 8 years of experience playing Rainbow Six Siege on console, I took the decision to switch over to mouse and keyboard. At first, it felt like the best decision ever. I thought, oh shit, it's about to go down. And then, well, it did go down. Literally. I had absolutely no experience on mouse and keyboard. My aim looked like I was drawing circles on the screen. And don't even get me started on the movement, my guy. Fast forward a few months, and we nearly hit diamond for the first time on PC. Can you believe it? Holy shit. Then came Siege X. And I think that says enough. And by now we all know that Siege is currently in its darkest timeline. Cheaters have infested PC lobbies like roaches in a cheap motel, my guy. And on console, it's the reign of Chronos losers. Chronos users. Rank feels less like a game mode and more like a fucking death sentence. Especially when you're solo queuing. But despite all the negativity, Siege fans are like roaches after a nuke. We always come back, my boy. Yesterday you yeeted the controller across the room. Today you'll boot up Siege again. Maybe with some stick drift and a cracked trigger, but you'll be back at it. And that's honestly one thing I love about the community. The chaos is personal, my guy. Now if you're watching this and thinking of switching from console to PC, let's break it down real quick on what to expect. The pros of switching to PC comes down to mouse and keyboard gives you insane potential for aiming and movement, my guy. You get access to higher frame rates and better graphics, depending on your setup. And then the best part about switching to PC comes down to the freedom of customizing your settings way more. And then obviously you got a ton of content creators and pro players playing on PC, which make it a more competitive scene. Okay. Now let's get into the cons of switching to PC. And it all comes down to steep learning curve if you've never used mouse and keyboard, my guy. And then cheaters. Yes, little Jimmy, they do exist. Especially in higher ranks, and especially in the world of Rainbow Six Siege X. The next one comes down to personal experience, which is queuing time. I don't know how it is in the bigger regions, but in smaller regions like South Africa, it's a fucking abomination. It is shit. It is cock. You wait 2 hours for a game. It is terrible. And then the next con is expensive. The setups are expensive. Especially if you're like me, unemployed and scratching for change at the bottom of your wallet, it can be brutal to get a proper setup. Okay? And then solo queuing can be brutal if you are still new to the MK. If you are not ready to commit to learning MK in your solo most of the time, you're gonna have a rough time, little Jimmy. But believe you me, once you get the hang of it, it can be extremely fun, dude. Now let's flip the switch, going from PC to console, yeah. The pros of switching to console. You get way faster matchmaking. Like I said, it is personal experience. And then less cheaters. Obviously you still have your Chronos, you still got your Zim, and it is still a thing, suddenly. And then more casual lobbies if you're tired of sweat lords. It's a much simpler setup. You got your console, you got your controller, you got your headset, done and dusted. That is it. Now let's talk about the cons of switching to console, my guy. You are losing that MK aim control and quick flick potential, which is nice. Especially once you get a hang of it, it is smooth as butter on my ass, okay? And then you are capped at 60 frames per second max unless you're on the next gen console, which is unfortunate. Then it comes down to limited settings and field of view options, which is really unfortunate. Chronos users yet again. So it's really about what you want from Siege. If you want a smooth, fast matchmaking experience with less nonsense, console. If you want high performance, competitive potential and more control, PC is the way to go. Now here's the thing, my guy. After all this time grinding on PC, I'm actually going back to console. And I know some of you are probably wondering why. Well, let's start with the biggest one, which is queue times on PC are just straight up a pain in the ass, especially here in South Africa. I don't know what it's like on the other regions, but here you can start a rank queue, go take a shit, make a sandwich, eat it, and still not be in a game. On console, I press ranked and boom, game found in 30 seconds. It's like magic. It's like you're a wizard, Harry. So while I do love the precision and freedom of mouse and keyboard, sometimes I just want to play the damn game. not sit in a queue screen until I grow a beard. So at the end of the day, Siege is still Siege, man. You'll rage, you'll uninstall, you'll reinstall, you'll rage again, and somehow still have fun. So whether you are on controller or MNK, just play what feels right for you. For me, it's back to console. Not because I can't handle PC, but because I just want to find a damn game. And hey, maybe we'll hit champion on controller this time. So thank you for watching. Let me know if you are on console or PC, or if you have switched before. I'd love to hear from your experience. If you would like to see me turn back into Little Jimmy with aim that is more cooked than my grandma's garage pie, feel free to penetrate that subscribe button. Stay tuned, because the nightmare that is called Copper to Champion Console Edition is on its way. So I'll catch you in the next one, my guy.